Welcome to Living on a Prayer Live. We are here with you. And for those who are watching the replay, we're just going to take a little bit to let everybody join on this live that I kind of forgot to schedule.
What do you mean?
Normally I schedule the actual live on YouTube at least a week or two in advance. And when I went to look at it today to upload a thumbnail, I hadn't done a thumbnail for it, I realized, I forgot to reschedule it. So I don't know how many people are going to be here today.
Pure
which is fine.
Professionalism.
The wonderful people will be here today, embody. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're watching the replay, thank you. Those of you who are joining, welcome. Glad to have you here. Missed y'all last week.
Yeah. Was that on me?
Partially.
Yeah.
Casey was having to wake up at 3 a.m. and go to work.
I turned that volume off too this time. But apparently it didn't care.
And he was quite tired. I was quite tired because I'd done a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
Working out in the yard that we'll talk about later. So we had to reschedule, which is fine. We may keep to this schedule every other week like this because this is when you don't work on the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
Makes it a little bit easier, huh?
Yeah, it does.
A little less sleepy.
I'm still sleepy.
Who's here?
It's not as sleepy.
Is that Ramilda? I think I see your name.
Grab the phone. Yep, that's your buddy Rad.
Hey, Ramilla.
Evening, 10 p.m.
Hope you're having a good evening.
Some riveting stuff to watch in an evening time.
I hope you're snuggled up in some blankets and chilling. It is hot outside.
So what if it's hot there?
I hope it's not too hot there. So I was looking, it's 90 outside, but real feels 101 degrees because of the humidity.
Fahrenheit, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Fahrenheit, not Celsius.
Well, it would be really bad if it was Celsius.
Yeah, it would
really
be.
Bad.
Would we be dead at that point?
Yeah, we would.
It is miserable out there right now. Though I did go out there and pull some weeds. I'm planning on going back out there.
It was earlier this morning, right?
Mm-hmm, before it got really hot.
Yeah. It's basically summertime for us here now.
Welcome to Louisiana.
Humid, hot. We had some wind, so that's been nice.
Oh, that does help a lot.
Yeah, it does. Mm-hmm.
It helps a lot.
The no-wind days are pretty rough.
And then I'm also very jealous of Casey here because tomorrow is an American holiday, Memorial Day, but I have to work and you get off.
That's only because I'm taking off. Our business is still open. I just took the day off.
I wish I could be off, but my boss put in to be off before I could put in to be off.
Got to get those in advance.
Yeah, and I also just want to save my PTO.
Fair.
Especially for November.
Yes. What's in November?
When we go to Tennessee to the Dave Ramsey Center, even if we don't get approved to do the debt-free scream, we're still going.
Have you been watering your plants?
That is the question.
She did this morning.
I did.
I watched her do it.
So I'm beginning to think that the clematis hates me in the back bucket. It is not.
Oh, it's yellow.
No, that's hosta.
What's clematis?
In the back of it, it's the climbing thing that had the purple flowers. That
yeah.
Hasn't
you
flowered.
Had to have.
It hasn't done anything since putting it in that pot. I guess maybe it's suffering from transplant shock. Maybe. I hope that's all it's suffering from. I wanted it to climb up that trellis and just look beautiful. But instead it's just I'm just going to stop right here.
Has it lost any leaves or anything?
No.
So it's stable.
It's stable.
Well, there you go.
It's not doing anything. It's not dying, which I guess is a good thing, but it's also not growing. So maybe it's settling in.
I gotcha. Yeah. Establishing its roots first. Yeah, I can see that.
I hope so. But yes, I have been watering my plants when it's not raining because it's been raining a lot.
We've had a break for a week now, almost a week. Tomorrow's a week.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've had a break from rain. There's more coming Thursday.
Tonight, actually.
Oh, tonight.
And it's chances all week.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Who's here?
I don't know. My chat's not coming. There we go. Clematis is so fickle. It says search for sunshine.
Thank you. Search for sunshine. That's good to know.
Red says it sounds like it's an ICU.
It might be.
That's pretty good.
Plant ICU. That's what I
Yeah.
do to them. I send them to plant ICU.
Mhm.
That's pretty good, y'all.
Yeah, it is. So how are you, dear? How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm glad that it's Sunday. Sad that I have to go to work tomorrow. But I've come to terms with something, y'all.
What's that?
I was really wanting us to work on the flower farm and put up the deer fence again, plow, and put more plants out there. Mainly sunflowers. And I don't think I'm planting sunflowers this year as of right now.
We have a plow?
Well,
Till.
till.
Okay.
Till it up and then
I'm
plant
sorry.
sunflowers.
My brain was like, we have a plow.
But I don't think it's going to happen this year. I'm just
shocker. You could have fooled me.
It's just so hot. I don't want to put up the fence.
You waited too late.
I think I did, yeah.
You did.
That, and I'm just so focused, y'all, on the front right now and getting that beautified.
The front that's had how much done to it?
A little bit, actually.
A little key word.
It's had some changes. I need to edit the video and get it out there. But it's had some changes.
It is, yeah.
Like this morning,
3
y'all,
plants.
This morning, we had the stumps in the very front yard next to the eucalyptus and the crabapple trees. We had all these stumps.
There's 12 left.
Casey took out 8 of the 12 stumps this morning.
Yeah.
That's what that picture was.
They finally have rotted enough to be knocked over. That's the plan. That's the long-term plan is leave them tall enough to where you can push on them in 2 or 3 years and they'll fall over. There's still 3 that are pretty rock solid.
They are.
I couldn't get them.
It was unexpected. I was like, where's my husband this morning?
It was my squirrel moment this morning. I was walking, a later subject, walking our newest addition to the family. And I thought, I haven't tested these stumps this year. Let me try it. And I was able to kick one over. I was like, woo! And then it spiraled into 7 more, got knocked over.
With an axe. You got your axe out there.
Yeah, with the flat end of the maul. Yeah,
I sat on the front porch with my coffee and cheered him on.
She did a great job of it.
It looks so much better now, though. It really does. So that's a change that's happened. Thank you. I got some plants in the ground.
I have the blisters to show it.
Yes, you do.
I have 4 new blisters.
I had some plants come in from Proven Winners Direct that I think y'all saw in this past week's video. Yeah, of those plants coming in. I got them in the ground. So the privet, the sage, which kind of looks really bad right now. The sage looks like it just because it's fallen over. It's fallen over.
Yeah, but the leaves are perked up. They look good.
Yeah, and they're blooming now. They're starting to bloom. They've got small purple blooms on them. I noticed
that. Okay.
And then the butterfly bush, when I went to plant it, y'all, like half the roots came off. Maybe I'd been overwatering it while I was in the pot. I don't know. But so it had like this much root ball to go in the ground. So in the mornings, the butterfly bush looks great. And in the evenings, it looks like I hate life.
It's like, get me out of here. Just end me. Send me to ICU. Oh, it's in the ICU.
It is.
Send
it's in the plant ICU.
Send me to the morgue.
It needs for Milda to come here and take care of them. That's what needs to happen.
Yeah.
What's chat saying?
Red said made some macarons. Macaroons?
Yeah.
Macarons?
Macarons.
Good photos. Next test. A healthy meal cooked from scratch. They did that, or are they telling us to do it?
I think she's telling us to do that.
Oh.
Because I posted about making macarons.
They were delicious. They were only good that day. The following days, they weren't that good.
They were pretty good to me the next day.
No, fresh was better.
I will say, Ramilla, I can make it with some swerve, which is
sweetener, artificial
sweetener that's not sugar. And they would be good for diabetics like myself. Or
just a low carbohydrate diet.
Yeah, which would be great.
Yeah.
So I've got to buy swerve. It's just so expensive. Yeah.
Next, they said, why did you disclose your secret? We all thought you were super strong. LOL.
What's my secret?
I don't know.
Making Casey and use the axe. Maybe. What's the secret I disclosed?
Maybe.
Maybe it's
I'm
you
the
with the
muscle.
axe.
I thought we disclosed that I'm the muscle.
You are the muscle.
Try to be.
You're very strong and manly.
The tired,
taking out those stumps.
muscle.
Oh, so manly. I posted a picture of you on the community post and said there's something about watching a man with an axe.
Did you ask me for permission?
No.
That's illegal. I can sue you for all you're worth.
Okay.
Casey pulling the stumps. I more so knocked them over, mainly with the back end of them all, or the flat side of an axe to put in a lot more weight than I could do.
Yeah.
It worked.
And it looks way better.
So I got my blisters. And sweaty hands and a fiberglass handle do not make for a good grip. There was a few times it got a little squirrely. And I was like, oh, that was almost my toe.
When you were going after you got the stump removed and you're removing the basically leftover root system and you're wearing those Crocs, there's a few times I'm like,
it got a little
don't
loose
make me
in the
drive
grip.
you to the hospital in my pajamas.
I'll drive myself. You stay here with the kids.
Like, let me run in, grab a towel, apply pressure. Kids, go in the hospital. I'll be back. Be back in a few hours.
Yeah.
Question is, would you pass out on the 20-minute drive?
Oh,
to
most
the hospital?
definitely, yes. 100% would.
It's a 20-minute drive.
I 100% would.
So, yeah, that was fun this morning. You got pretty wore out doing that.
Pretty quick, too.
Yeah.
Soaking wet for 30 minutes of work. Soaking wet.
The chat got anything else?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay.
It's enough for the preamble waffle.
Yeah. So
let's get into today's subject, shall we? Or shall we not? You tell me. You're the director.
Yeah, let's go ahead. It's been how long? How many minutes? I can't see.
Several. You're going to make me lean up. 12.
12 minutes? Yeah, let's go and get into it. So today we are fighting.
We are?
Yeah.
Why?
Not really. I'm just...
Oh. I mean, I was about to throw my dukes up. You don't tell someone they're fighting and then not fight.
We're fighting over, which I don't think we'll fight. I think you'll agree with my logic.
Bet.
So YouTube money finally came in, y'all. So for 2 months worth, I finally got paid. It was $254 that came in. Yay! I'm actually at $80 for this month, so I'm going to be $20 short unless I get that video edited and out. And even then, it'll be cutting it close. So we'll see. Super chat, super thanks, anything. Anyway.
Just get the video done.
I know. I need to get the video done. Anyway, the front walkway project, y'all. Oh, she's dreaming. I wanted to do rocks first. But the other day when I went to look and put in an order for the rocks so that we can order them because we've got the funds for it now, Lowe's was out of stock.
Really?
And they're the cheapest place to get.
Online or at the store?
At the store.
Nothing online? Can you ship that?
You can't.
There's maybe one of those you can't ship. Yeah.
Pea gravel.
Yeah.
So I was like, ugh. And then I did the project of putting those plants in the ground. And I was like, maybe it would be better to go ahead and buy the mulch and then buy the plants. And let's go ahead and get them in the ground and then focus, like you said, I think earlier, in the fall.
Because it's hot now.
It's very hot.
It's hot. I don't really feel like skimming the top layer of grass right now.
Well, we're still going to have to remove some grass.
Yeah, but not right now when it's hot.
We will put the plants in, yes.
Well, that's digging a hole. That's not removing 40 feet.
We still need to remove that grass before putting mulch down.
I'm sorry?
I will remove the grass before putting mulch down. Don't look at them like that.
I don't want to, which means you're not going to.
Who did all 3 trees out there and mulched them?
You know what? You're right. What am I doing? I'm an idiot. I'm stupid.
Listen, I procrastinate to the max, and I hate sweating, y'all. I hate sweating with a passion. But when I want to do something,
she'll do it.
I'll do it.
You will. I'll give you that.
My ADHD will kick in, and I will be like getting this done.
Hyper-focus?
I will hyper-focus on
something. So it will kick out.
Will kick in. hyperfocusing will kick in.
Yeah, but that's not ADHD.
Yes, it is. It's
Educate me.
okay,
I thought that was where you're sporadic.
No, ADHD. People with ADHD can actually go into hyperfocus. You know what I mean? They go into hyperfocus mode where they just focus on this one thing and everything else is out.
Is it?
That's kind of what happened.
Sporadic brain is what I thought.
Well, with everything else it is, but you have the ability, like my friend Caitlin. Like,
one task you can focus on.
Yes. It's like the macarons. I decided I wanted macarons, and I focused on that mess, and I made macarons. I even kind of cleaned up after myself, so you should be proud of me.
You did. Hey, Brampton Gardner said they made it.
Brampton, glad that you were here.
Red says, wouldn't it be too hot to do any planting? They're not wrong.
Not wrong.
Which means we can break till fall.
But then there's not going to be any. So here's the dilemma. If I wait until fall to do the planting, there's no plants to buy. The nurseries will not have any plants.
No. There's plants to buy. It's just not the plants that you want.
That too.
There you go. Be more specific.
There's like no plants if you wait till the fall, y'all.
Oh.
So it would have to be during the summer. We'd have plus mulch. Mulch will really help with the heat because it's going to help keep that moisture.
We have shade cloth. We could rig up something if we really, really needed to.
That would look so.
Yeah, it would look
horrible.
dumb, but I mean, it would help them until they're established for next year.
Dude, so I made a sandwich run yesterday, y'all.
Let me get to these comments first.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Rosin says, hey, hello. So
Rosin,
cool to see you live.
Welcome.
I just watched your tulip video.
Thank you. I'm glad that you are here for the live. We get off subject a lot, but, you know, we have a good time.
Why don't you use the cardboard system? Cut the grass short to lay cardboard topsoil on top and grow.
I plan on doing that with some of them. Some of the plants that like their feet dry, like that butterfly bush and the sage, that would really kind of hurt them because they can't get it dry enough because it just sits there. Other plants would be fine with it. I watched a whole, there's a channel dedicated to how to mulch properly in landscaping. And she had a whole segment on why not to use cardboard and why to use cardboard.
Like for different scenarios?
Yes. Because it doesn't just degenerate. Am I saying that right? No. You know what I mean? It just doesn't go back into the ground quickly as you need it to. Disintegrate, yeah.
The cardboard.
It does over time.
Yeah.
But not as well as you'd hope.
Oh, you want it to decompose faster.
Yes. And also the whole issue of sometimes if you don't have holes poked in the cardboard, your rain is just kind of going off and not directly to the roots. There's some issues there.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So, just depends.
Makes sense.
Depends. Killing grass, right for. Putting your plants in and then cardboard and mulch can have some issues.
Depending on your scenario.
Yes. Especially since we have clay soil that tends to hold on to moisture longer.
Gotcha. Brampton says they decided to just plant more plants to require less mulch.
I like that idea. That's a fantastic idea.
Yeah, I like that.
Just plant more plants.
Can you replant the bulbs?
What bulbs?
Says Rosalind. The tulips.
Oh, nope. Okay, so
I thought you could.
So here's the thing. Unless you're living up north.
Where's up north?
Like maybe New York or higher, in a very cold zone.
I was about to ask what zone and above would that be?
If your zone matches whatever zone's in Holland, then you can replant those bulbs.
If you live in Holland, you're good to go.
Unless you are treating them like a cut flower. Whenever we pull the tulips for cut flower forming, you are pulling it up bulb and all, and then we're cutting it right above that bulb so that we get that long stem length. Thus, there's no food for the bulb. If I were to replant that bulb, it may sprout some leaves, but it's not really going to do anything except for maybe a few years down the road, if anything. Here in our climate, zone 8B, if I left the leaves and I planted it, I may get 10 to 20% return on the bulbs because we're just too hot here. The tulips really need a cold period. I'd have to dig them up, put them in the fridge, then replant them. And I'm lazy.
In other words, not. For us, not worth it.
And I don't use them as decoration. I use them for the cut flowers when I'm selling at the farmer's market. So therefore, there's no point in saving them. You'll have some people go, oh, no, I've done it. Good. But professionals like Flower Farm has taught me this. And I'm going to go with what they say, which is throw away the bulb. Throw away the bulb. Gus is having old pug anger, if you can hear him over the microphone.
Maybe not yet. Little rough. Little grumbles.
But thank you for the question. Yeah, I love tulips. We'll see if I can squeeze in growing them this fall for next year.
Yeah.
I love them. But anyway, what I was saying is I went to Sam's Club.
Yes, back to Sam's.
And I stopped at our local McDonald's by the interstate to get a breakfast sandwich because there was nothing to eat here. That's why I was going to Sam's Club.
McDonald's?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Which Sam's Club is a wholesale food club. For those of you who don't know, you go and buy everything in bulk. It's summer. Our kids are out for summer, so I got to go stock the pantry for them. And while I was waiting on my sandwich, I'm looking at their landscape. And they actually had some really
McDonald's
pretty landscape. Yes, they had some pretty landscape. They had a Laplurum, I think it's what's called, purple Laplurum, and Sunshine Ligustrum. I was like, that's pretty much what I want kind of in front of our house.
Well, look at that.
So
do you think
it looked pretty?
There was some thought put into it for our area, or is that just some kind of corporate McDonald's thing?
I would think it was.
Or did the local franchisee owner operator have some input? Because we know the ins and outs of McDonald's.
I think it's for our area, but you have to look at the front of the landscaping, because if you look at the back where the drive-through is, there's like
they gave up.
Yeah, like it's overgrown.
They don't care about the back.
They're like, they haven't gotten over that area yet, or they just, But I was looking, I was like, I need to go buy plants.
Mm-hmm.
I've got the money to buy the plants. So thanks to y'all. Thank you.
And ad revenue.
Buymecoffee.com. Thank you, everybody. Our channel members. Thank you, channel members. Y'all are amazing. Our pedal besties. Thank y'all. Y'all keep us going.
Hey, Nicole's Garden.
Hey, Nicole's Garden. Welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you on this live.
Brad says McDonald's is bad for your diabetes.
I know. But listen, the sausage, egg,
Let her explain this to you. That makes it okay.
The sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin is only 30 carbs.
I do like the muffins.
Which is allowed for a meal per my doctor. So if that's my meal, I'm good. That's all I ate. I ate that with some water. And the only reason I ate it is because I really didn't want to eat just what we had here, which were carbs, or eat nothing and then go to Sam's and pass out, which has happened.
They have food there.
They do.
You get your hot dog or a pizza slice.
I've got peppermints in my purse, and I'm like digging in the bottom trying to find them to get one in real quick.
Let's see. We got a question from Rosalind, another one. Let's see. I'm doing a container garden this year for veggies and flowers. I would like a winter crop that I can plant and harvest before planting veggies end of May. Any suggestions?
All right, Rosalind. You're new to the channel. So I'm going to tell you this with my whole heart. I don't grow vegetables. I would like to grow vegetables.
Well, veggies and flowers. So,
but as far as flowers, marigolds are a great flower to plant because it's going to deter some aphids and stuff. But as far as like a cold loving vegetable, I think beans. If you haven't watched Roots and Refuge, Jess, she has the same name as me. They're huge. You've probably heard of them. They've got like 300,000 followers, or maybe 1 million by now. Good Lord. But she has great videos on growing vegetables. And then Saria and Ian with You Can't Eat the Grass as well, who I'm sure you've heard of. They're older videos, but they don't really go into how to grow. Roots and Refuge has lots of videos of how to grow vegetables and fruits and things like that.
Kale, says Brampton. They're in Canada.
There you go. Grow kale.
Zone 5. Was cabbage? Cabbage could survive a light frost.
I think so.
I think, yeah.
Maybe.
Because usually, I think those normally go in early. Like early spring around here, I think.
I would like, if I grew vegetables, y'all, I would like to grow some summer squash, which would be wonderful. Watermelon. Maybe some bell peppers. And then onions.
Yeah.
No, not onions. Those sugar snap peas, because I see people walking in the garden and grabbing them and eating them, and I'm like, I wish I could do that.
Peas?
Yeah.
That's what you want to grow? Is that what you're saying? I want some jalapenos. They're good. It's been a long time since I've canned anything or made salsa. That one year was really fun.
Tomatoes do great here, but
yeah, they do.
Neither of us are tomato people. Like, we'll eat them, but we're not like, ooh, tomatoes. I tried to grow pumpkins one year.
I like tomatoes.
Out of the 30 pumpkins I planted, I got a whole 3 pumpkins.
Yeah. And they weren't that big.
They weren't. It was so sad. But we have a lot of deer pressure here as well. And just the amount of effort that goes into that, I just, I will go to the farmer's market. I will go to my grocery store.
Parsley and tarragon overwinter as well there.
Ooh, I do like parsley. What about, what's it called? Cilantro. How does it grow? Because I love me some cilantro.
I have no idea.
But don't get it mixed up with the parsley.
To me, it seems like it's going to be an annual that does not grow in the cold.
Yeah, I was at the farmer's market selling flowers. I had someone that grew, I think it was cilantro. Might have been parsley. But they had let it bloom. And it was actually a really pretty flower. It lasted a good bit in a vase because I brought some home. And I was like, I need to grow this.
Yeah.
That was very, very unique and wonderful. So, something to consider. Some of those you can turn into cut flowers that would last.
Yeah.
I'd also like to grow carrots.
So it would have dual purpose is what you're saying.
Yes.
I like dual purpose anything.
I do
Get
too.
my money's worth. I am all about that. That's a good idea.
My mountain mint in the backyard that I planted.
It's a mountain.
2 years ago. It is like thriving.
It's loving life right there. Holy smokes.
I wish I had some flowers to go with you. I can't get them in the ground. Right now I've got zinnias in a tray, plug tray, on the back porch. Hardening them off. I really need to cut them back. They need a haircut.
What are those? I'm sorry.
Zinnias.
Oh, okay. I was reading.
And they need to be, one, cut back to pinch them, rather. And then I need to get rid of, I planted at least 2 per sale. And now I need to go and eliminate 1.
Why is that? Why did you do 2?
Just in case the seeds were old. Just in case,
Success rate?
Yes.
Greater success rate?
The older the seeds, the less chance of germination. So just to try and make sure that I would have good germination.
Okay, that makes sense.
So now they're like this tall in their tray. And I need to desperately.
Yeah, they are pretty tall. On my grill table.
Yeah. No, moved them to
Oh,
the floor.
did you now?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I need to move them out in the sun. I need to get them horned off so I can get them in the ground so I can have zinnias. It's just, I haven't even planted basil, y'all. And then I've got some more seedlings. Gomphrena, Cosmos, and Celosa. Everything I told y'all I was planting, I think the last time we had a live. Desperately need to go outside too.
I'm reading what? I can't do 2. I like dual purpose things, but I can't dual purpose.
I've got seedlings in a plug tray in the back room as well that need to go outside. And be
What are
hardened off.
those?
Cosmos, Gomphrena, Celosa.
The stuff that you're not going to do now. Or put up a fence for.
Sunflowers. Well, these are deer resistant, except maybe the Celosa.
Everything we have is deer resistant, but has been
And the
nibbled upon.
Cosmos. Yeah, gosh, y'all. I thought the deer would leave my plants alone. Now we're in summer, but they are harassing my forsythia like no other.
Now, one of your apple trees.
Yeah, they attacked the middle crabapple. But, I've got the thing around it, so it's helping, but still, it's like, come on.
It keeps them away from the trunk, so that's the important part. Yeah.
And y'all know, this past week, I shared the video of what we did for my mom for Mother's Day. Didn't know if y'all could tell, but we had a blast.
Y'all had a great time. Y'all seemed like
we had so much
had a
fun.
really genuinely good time.
We did. I hope y'all had fun watching it. But, we planted coneflower and Rebecca, and Mom texted me the next day that some rabbits had gotten in and ate the coneflower down to the ground. She was so mad.
Yeah, that's right.
She was so mad. You want to read some of them chats?
I can.
can't see
Lisa
from
L
here.
says there's something called cowboy candy with jalapenos.
Hey, Lisa L, welcome to live. Glad to have you.
I'll have to look that up.
It does sound delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Does sound good.
Rad says Jess of Roots and Refuge Farms says store-bought tomatoes taste like disappointment. So
She does
you
say
need to
that.
grow your own. I like them in anything. Cooked anyways. I'm not a big fan of them sliced on a sandwich or a burger. I'll eat them, but I'm not crazy about it.
Yeah, I'll eat it.
I like them cooked or diced.
Maybe that's our issue.
What?
We need to grow tomatoes ourselves.
Could be. Or like diced in a pico de gallo. I love that.
I will say, around here, a lot of people grow tomatoes, and they will show up with a tray full of tomatoes.
And they're like, take these, and everybody's like, no, I don't want them because we already have some. You can't give them away.
You can't, not here, no.
Brampton says I use cilantro blooms and bouquets because they bloom so fast.
Yep, there you go. See? Dual purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
What else do we have? Brampton says it's getting down to 45 tonight, and they're not happy about it because they want to plant tomatoes.
Yeah, that's way too cold for tomatoes.
Rosalind's still freezing.
Wow, where are you at, Rosalind?
Snow on the mountain from yesterday. Sounds like a cool place.
It does. Where's she at, did she say?
Northern Utah, 2 hours away from Idaho border.
I have a friend who moved to Utah earlier in 2023, and she absolutely loves it. I'm gonna have to come visit. If I come visit, I'll holler at you.
I would love a salsa garden, Rosalind.
Ooh,
that'd be awesome. The thing is, we'd have to do it, and then prepare it.
Well, you like to cook. I like to eat. Mm-hmm. It's perfect.
Who's gonna harvest?
I'll harvest.
No, you won't. Really?
I harvested all them flowers.
Well, then now you can be a vegetable gardener.
I actually have dreams, y'all. We're going to have an arch full of vegetables and melons, and I'm going to go out there with my little wooden basket, my little, wicker basket, and I'm going to have my cute little farm clothes on and my cute little boots and harvest. There'll be like birds singing, and I'll be like, I grew all this.
You'll be singing as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it might scare the birds, but I'll attempt to.
No.
I'll be like, ah.
Kitchen container garden. Yeah, that's one thing. Yeah, I don't know if it would produce enough for us. I see the benefit of kitchen containers is like herbs, like basil.
I have been wanting
sage, that kind of stuff. Oregano.
I've been wanting kind of.
I love fresh oregano. God, that's.
See what herbs are perennials and maybe grow those. Because it would be nice, like rosemary, to go out and just get rosemary.
I said no harvesting your PJs.
I mean,
that's a bit more war accurate right there. Yeah, that's the truth. Because in your head, you're singing in a flowing gown and prancing about, but in reality,
what was I watering in this morning? My pajamas.
Pajamas, yeah.
I mean, it is what it is, y'all.
Yeah.
I had all these beautiful flowers when we had the flower farm, and I wanted so bad to have a moment where everything was blooming and beautiful, and me wear a beautiful dress and have someone hold the camera while I walk through harvesting my flowers. But one, it's too hot to look graceful. Two, I didn't have a dress that was nice enough to really wear for the video. And three, nobody would record me. And also, 4, the farm never looked like nice consistently throughout enough for it.
Ever.
In
my mind, I had these cool rows that were nice and open. The walkways were clear. There was no refuse, no trash.
It's beautiful.
No gloves just thrown about. No drills just left out. No hoops just laying about.
Plug trays just abandoned.
Remnants of ripped tarp laying about. None of that was in my vision, but it was there.
I feel targeted right now, y'all.
Very much targeting you.
I had fun, though. That's what matters, right? Yeah. I had fun.
Exhausted, but fun.
Exhausted, but fun, yes. So I have quite enjoyed sleeping in and not getting up at 5 a.m. to go do farmers markets.
Or come straight home and immediately start watering.
Yes.
Yeah, not come in till 8 o'clock that night to finally eat.
Yeah. It has been nice. The break has been nice.
Mm-hmm. And then, like on Fridays, water and then finally harvest everything.
Yeah.
And then come in and then you're up till midnight 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning.
Putting bouquets
tying
together.
it all together and then waking up at 5, loading the car, then going, selling for 4 hours?
4 hours?
4 hours,
Or
coming
5?
home, dead.
Like, I'm gonna sleep.
Dead.
Well, my first year doing it,
It's like I didn't see you for 2 days.
My first year doing that, my mom and dad had both had surgeries. So I was having to then do that and then go to mom and dad's house and take care of them.
Okay, I don't remember that.
Yeah, daddy had
I mean, I
shoulder
believe you,
surgery.
but-
Mom had back surgery. So I was having to go and change their bed sheets, make sure they're getting something to eat, do their laundry a little bit for them. Not much, but just enough to keep them going. What? Read them comments. And if I have any members that are chatting, let me know.
Oregano is a perennial.
Ooh, we do
Lisa,
like oregano.
Lisa L was a member. She's got a green name.
Lisa L.
Little flower next to me. Yeah.
Drop some emojis, Lisa L, that are just exclusive. Especially that squirrel when we get off on a squirrel moment.
Yeah. It hasn't been too bad today.
It hasn't. We have stayed on subject. Maybe it's because Rosalind's here. Yeah.
She said, sorry, no graceful in me. It's all tomboy at 59. Not a good look. Don't say that. Don't say that.
It's a realistic look.
Yeah. Nicole's garden. I spent all day today just cleaning up the crap. We have a lot of crap too. We've gotten rid of a lot of it around my garden, so I could film tomorrow and not be embarrassed. It's like it's like when you clean on occasion. Clean on occasion, birthday occasions, holiday occasions. That's the only times I clean.
So this is what you do in Nicole's garden.
Hey, Sarah.
Thank you, Lisa L.
That's
no,
Sarah.
Sarah, thank you for using those emojis. Sarah, you're here. Welcome, girl.
It's probably 2 a.m.
In
down
Australia.
Underland. Yeah.
But gosh, Nicole's garden, see what I do, because we've got little sections of where we've pulled up drip tape and stuff. What you do is you just aim the camera enough to cover it, or my favorite, and use B-roll to throw up there that doesn't show everything. Like Mom's video when I'm walking off the porch.
Free source videos that you can just stick in there.
As I was walking off the porch, I noticed a bag of trash was behind me that we had put out because it stunk. Because we don't have trash pickup here. And I was like, I can't walk and show everybody the bag of trash behind me. So let me throw up some B-roll.
Or Costly doing the deed in some of your videos.
Costly sicko number 2 in all of my videos. And I don't know she's doing it
till
I'm editing. And I'm like, really? Really? It's just Gus.
It's great.
Gus doesn't do anything bad, but I never notice him until I go to edit my videos. And he's always there somewhere in the background normally.
Mm-hmm.
Like the opening of this past week's video, he's at the end of the hallway laying down. And I'm like, Doug.
Let's see. Lisa G says, Nicole and I are both master gardeners. We aim for 10,000 pounds of produce
Wow.
over just a quarter of an acre.
That's awesome.
I'm here for fun, not to work. Lisa G, Jess, what veggies do your kids like to eat? Mashed potatoes.
Pizza rolls.
No, vegetable. Mashed potatoes.
Emily doesn't eat mashed potatoes.
And bread, because it's wheat. That's a veggie, right?
My kids are extremely picky eaters through and through. We made them eat raw squash the other night.
What?
Raw squash. We took yellow summer squash.
I heard meatball squash.
Yeah.
Is what I heard.
We took some yellow squash and cut it up thinly, very thinly, and made them eat it.
It was delicious.
Made them eat some beet greens. Oh, horrible.
I loved all of it. That was great.
Yeah, it was really great. So we're making them try it. Some of it, they're like, it's not that bad. But
in their minds, it's horrid.
Here we make them eat vegetables. They go to grandma's, and grandma's is no vegetables
Pizzas
required.
And cookies and ice creams and burgers.
What I wouldn't give to go back to the days when they were babies and they ate all the good baby food, peas and carrots.
Yeah, they did. Like, oh, this is delicious. Thanks, Mom.
And now they're like, Do I have to? I'm like, yes, take 2 bites of the broccoli. Like, I don't want to eat either, but you got to.
Would the kids eat cucumbers? No.
I don't like cucumbers either unless they're
to
pickled.
follow it up with some ranch dip. No. It's green. Ew.
I don't like cucumbers either, though.
Cucumbers are delicious. You need to hush. Hush your face right now.
They're good
Cucumbers
pickled.
are delicious. They're refreshing. They
Or
are crisp. They have a nice bite. I love them.
the hero dressing, the cucumber dressing that comes with the hero. That's good.
Yeah.
I'll eat it that way.
Those are delicious.
Otherwise, no. They taint a salad. If you put sliced cucumbers in a salad, they taint it. It's like, ew, cucumber.
Let's see, Lisa L says, squirrel moment. I used a bunch of supermarket scallions and planted
There you go.
1/4 inch leftover roots last week, and they already grown 4 inches.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. In just a week?
Those are the things to plant, though. Like, they're awesome. P. Allen Smith does a whole video on, like, if you're going to plant onions, plant walking onions.
Walking onions?
Scallions, basically.
Do they walk?
Well, they kind of multiply. At Mom and Dad's old place, we had a ton of them out in the pasture
wild
area.
onions, yeah, we used to
Yeah,
as
we
well.
just go and pick them up.
I don't consider potatoes a vegetable. Yeah, I know. That's the closest example I could give her. That's it. Sarah said they always made their kids eat vegetables. Grating vegetables and hiding them in spaghetti. Yeah, there's ways to do that. Yeah. We're too lazy.
Well, I don't like vegetables that much either.
I love them.
So it's hard.
Jesse, do you eat beans?
Barbecue beans that are covered in brown sugar. Give me all the brown sugar.
Are you sure you're diabetic? Are you sure you're diabetic?
How do you think I became a diabetic?
Eating sugar and beans.
Mom put sugar in everything, y'all.
Hide spinach in meatloaf.
Hey, that's what we're having tonight. We have spinach.
Yeah, but they're not fans of meatloaf. They're like, ugh, a loaf of meat, great.
They eat
I
nothing.
love it. I know. They're typical
American kids.
children. Yeah, they just eat nothing except pizza rolls, french fries, burgers, pizza,
And you can do
ice
the
cream,
whole,
cookies. Yeah.
if you don't eat this, you're not getting anything else to eat
And they will
tonight.
starve for a week straight.
And they will be like, okay, and then they'll eat breakfast.
No, this just won't eat.
They'll eat breakfast. They'll hold out till
The next
breakfast.
day.
Because they like breakfast.
Wait for cereal the next morning.
Yes. Especially your son.
I know.
Or they'll wait till we're asleep and then rave the covers.
Rave the covers.
You know what I mean?
Raid the cupboard.
Raid. There we go.
No, it's raving the covers now.
You know I'm not good with words. There's a reason why we edit videos.
Yeah. And what else is on that list? I feel like we've been rambling for a while. now. You know, it's been some good chat. That's what we've been playing off of is the chat.
It's
so
been
that's
excellent chat. So let's go ahead and settle it. Are we doing plants first and not walkway? I say yes, plants.
good. As of right now, yeah.
Plants and mulch.
It's just too hot. I mean,
I think we should buy the mulch first, make sure we got enough mulch, and then
I
plants.
keep using that as an excuse, but I mean, it'll wear you out pretty quick. The
It's
heat
102
here. And
now.
the humidity.
It's not
Suck
even
that moisture right out of you. Yeah.
not even June yet, and it's reaching 101 real feel.
I think we could do it if we did it in sections. Say
Oh yeah, definitely.
4 foot section, a 4x4 or whatever, at a time and call it done.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe take a 30-minute break, do it again.
We're just waking up early and doing it before it gets too hot.
Always pick plants first, says Nicole.
I like your
I
thinking.
like it.
Nicole.
I agree as well. Yeah, Rad, sugar isn't everything here. It's unreal.
Can I
how
tell
much
you a
sugar
story?
is in
Can we
stuff
can we
here.
have a squirrel moment?
About sugar or plants?
Sugar.
Okay, sure.
So we have this meal called grits, or I guess food called grits.
It's not a meal.
It's like it's a grain.
cornmeal. It's bleached cornmeal. Yeah.
Anyway, growing up, I always thought it was sweet because Mom put sugar in it. So
You thought it was naturally sweet. Is that what you mean?
yes, like I thought people just served it sweet. And then I remember going to
No.
daycare. It was a new daycare, and they said we were having grits
How old were
for
you?
lunch.
Do you think?
Maybe 7. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't even think I was in first grade yet at all.
Well, you were if you were 7.
So maybe 6. But I can remember them saying we're having grits for lunch. And I
Okay.
thought, that's amazing. I love grits.
For lunch?
Yes. I'll get to it. I serve it, and I go to take a big bite.
You had a big scoop, didn't you?
Big scoop. And it was the nastiest thing I ever ate because I ate it with salt and pepper and cheese.
I bet. Oh, that's what they did, cheese?
Yes.
I prefer just salt, pepper, butter, personally.
It was disgusting. Apparently, that's how a lot of households eat. There's like a no sugar or sugar thing. A lot of people eat shrimp and grits, and it's with salt and pepper. And it's just disgusting. You cannot convince me otherwise.
It's another Marmite thing. You either love it or you hate it. And I hate sugar in it. It's gross.
It's like sugar and cornbread. I love sweet yellow cornbread.
Anyway, Lisa G, you need a meatball recipe. Swedish meatballs are delicious.
Ooh, they are.
Or a basic meatball is just some salt, pepper, breadcrumbs, egg, spices of your choice.
Ground beef.
Oregano is pretty good in it.
Need some ground beef in it.
Well, I mean, could be ground chicken. You don't know. Could be ground emu.
Ooh, you could have chicken meatballs. I mean, just saying.
Yeah, oh yes, just some Italian seasoning tossed in with salt and pepper.
Don't put fennel in it. Fennel's disgusting.
No, shut your...
Are you about to tell me to shut my face on the internet?
An Italian meatball has fennel in it.
I don't like fennel.
She doesn't like food. Hey, y'all want to know why our kids don't like food?
I just don't like certain food. I'm picky.
Yeah, onion's a good choice.
I do like onion. Onion's good.
I like this. This is a super squirrel moment right here. This is great. This is great. I'm loving it. Sarah said, I have to say, when I took my daughter to America a few years back, I came back craving veggies and fresh fruit. Yeah, I get that.
We'll do that.
It's cool for like a couple of days, and then you're like, this is a bit much. This is sitting a bit heavy.
There's a reason why we're obese over here. Anyway, so plants first, plants and mulch. We'll get mulch and then plants because I want to make sure the mulch is the same color.
So mulch first.
Yes.
So are we gonna?
I think I've
put the mulch down or just wait.
Wait, just have it, just a half.
We can do the section. Say we have the mulch in the bags ready to rock and roll. You get a plant, and then we do like a 4 or 6 foot section of removing the top 2 inches or whatever it is you take away, and just do that section at a time. That way we're not breaking our back doing the whole 40-foot span.
We're going to do a section of Morden to remove grass, but it's all going to be like grass first, then add the mulch.
You said we're removing grass.
I know.
What do you mean grass first? Remove grass first?
Yes, that's what I mean.
Oh.
Because it's got to be done.
Well, yeah, but we can do it in the sections and not all at once is what I'm getting at.
I'd rather have it all done, have it mulched.
Well, you do all 40 feet of that.
We've already discussed this. I'll do it.
You know what? Maybe I could borrow the sod cutter from work.
I don't know if that would help.
It removes the top couple inches of dirt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's got a thing that goes.
Well, I mean, if you're comfortable with doing that.
And then you can take it out in sheets. But you cut it with a machete and take it out in sheets.
But if we do that, is it going to be able to make it around where the azaleas are?
Around.
Because we've got plants already there. Like, it's not going to be a straight line at this point.
We'd have to remove the azaleas, yeah.
Yeah. What about my butterfly bush?
No, we have to stop there and go by hand there.
Yeah.
We have to go by hand there, but the rest could be the machine.
Y'all, I have a mum plant by the steps.
It's sad.
That I forgot about, but it loves life there. It's coming back every year.
It looks a bit rougher every year. It looks a bit rough every year. A bit rougher every year.
I'm going to dig it up this fall and move it. It'll be really pretty. So I didn't think about mums. I'm going to have to keep mums in there. But yeah, I talked about sunflowers are not happening because I'm lazy.
We must have all the plants. What's a gym squash? Or bower pumpkins like the goat?
I don't know.
I don't know.
There's some really cute pumpkins, though, out there.
Rosalind has some.
I love cute pumpkins.
Because you can't buy them.
Yeah.
In the store. Agreed.
I would love to grow some sugar baby watermelons.
Because you're diabetic.
Because I'm diabetic. And I love sugar. I was so mad because I bought one from the farmer's market last year. I was really looking forward to it, y'all. And I cut into it, and it was not ripe. It was just pale pink.
What was? I'm sorry.
The sugar baby watermelon I bought from the farmer's market. I had to throw it out. You couldn't eat it.
Do I remember that?
Maybe. You don't remember what you had for breakfast.
I slept yesterday, so I don't know. Try the cardboard and compost. It will kill the grass. You won't need to remove it. I like that idea, says Lisa. You'll be ready to plant it all when the cooler weather comes in autumn. So you can go ahead and buy them and just keep them in the pots.
If I kept them in the pots, though, y'all, that requires me to water them more.
Just have a collection of them on the back steps or back porch or something.
Listen, I know me. I'm terrible. It would do better in the ground than me trying to.
Oh, the squash and pumpkin are not meant to eat.
Yeah, they're just decorative.
Yeah. We're so cute, says Mother Tree. You're cuter, Mother Tree.
Well, thank you, Mother Teresa. Or is that Mother
Mother
Tree?
Teresa.
There's one
She's
that's
dead.
I have a follower there. It's Mother Teresa.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. This is Mother Tree.
Mother Tree, thank you. So sweet of you. Thank you.
Turn the sod upside down for compost purposes.
Yeah, I've done that.
That's cool.
Where I've dug up the grass and just flipped it over.
And all the veggies our kids leave behind. There's a lot. That's great compost right there.
It is. The issue is, though, we have dogs that will go behind and eat. And then throw up everywhere.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, that's true.
Speaking of dogs.
Is it time?
I think it's time to introduce y'all.
I need to hold your mic?
Yes, hold the mic pointed towards me.
The newest member of the Madden household. She was napping hard, and now she's like, what is happening?
So, this is Silly Millie. We were not planning on having Silly Millie, actually.
People can't see you. Turn around, man.
But we thought she was dumped at the house last Friday.
We believe she was dumped off. She could have possibly wandered from another house.
That's not very good with their dogs.
Well, I haven't seen a litter of dogs that look like her there, so
yeah,
we believe that she was dumped here.
And it was dumped after I got home from work.
Yeah, in the evening.
I'd been home for about an hour before we heard whining.
At the back of the house, too. So it had to have wandered there. So, I think somebody dumped it somewhere in the area, and it just happened to make its way here.
We gave her food, water, and we tried so hard to get her adopted. Thought we did have her adopted at one point. Drove into town, like, hey, I'm here. We're like, oh, family emergency. I don't know if I'll be able to pick her up. And just ghosted on me. I was like, dang it. And she was ate up with fleas.
Yeah.
And so posted her everywhere. It was great. Wednesday evening, I think it was, or maybe it was Thursday evening. There was a bad storm coming through. And I told Casey, I was like, if we bring that dog in, that means we're keeping her.
We're not leaving her out in the storm. It was a gnarly storm. It was pretty rough.
So I gave her a bath.
Lost power.
Gave her a flea bath. Mm-hmm. And then this one curled up in the recliner with her.
Was it that night?
That night, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, dog, if you're going to be in here, you're going to sit in my lap.
And loved on her. She was so sweet. And then Thursday afternoon, I believe it was, I had someone comment. They had called me. They had saw my post on Instagram. They were a follower of the channel. So
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
She was a flower farmer in Little Rock, Arkansas, which is about a 4-hour drive from us, maybe 3.
About 3.
And she's like, I saw the dog. I will come pick her up. So I'm like, Casey. I think
so after that information, she messaged me, relaying that to me. And I said, no, that's our dog now. They waited a day too late.
So I had to call her back and be like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, nothing against you if you ever see this. It's just the dog was here a day too long.
We got
won
attached.
Me over. Yeah.
We both got attached. The kids are attached.
Yep.
Her name's Silly Millie.
Or Moo Puppy.
Is what they were calling her, yeah. But Silly Millie, she's super sweet. And yeah, so now we have a third dog that we did not anticipate having, especially with old Grumpy's over there.
The 2 old dogs that want nothing to do with her at all.
Sad.
She wants to play, and they're like, get away from me.
They have given her a warning nip whenever she got in their faces outside. And she's a drama queen, y'all. She like runs and throws herself in the grass and lays down and will not get up if she gets in trouble. So, yeah. We have a puppy now.
Mm-hmm.
living on a prayer flower farm, silly Millie. I got her a beautiful flower collar because one needs a flower collar if they're going to be on the flower farm, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what time are we at? Right at the hour.
Let's see. We got a few more chats here.
Okay, what we got?
Lisa, if you haven't gone yet, goodbye. You're going to get cleaned up and head out.
Bye, Lisa.
Rosin says, after menopause, I realized I should have been eating better and exercising. I think we all get to that point. Most of us, at least. We get to that point where we're older, we're like, God dang, I should have ate better. It did a little bit better with myself. I'm in that dilemma right now in my headspace.
Amen.
I'm at that right now. Sarah said she followed you home. It was a long way to go, depending on where she started.
Yeah.
Shame they dump animals out here all the time. Here as well. We're outside of town, obviously.
About a mile from a dumpster.
Yeah. There's no point in going further into the country because houses become a bit more sparse. So I guess we're kind of the one-stop shop.
It's horrible.
For where people dump dogs. It happens a lot here.
Spay and neuter your animals,
Like
please.
Bob Barker said. Mm-hmm.
Spay and she will be spayed when she's old enough. Spay and neuter, please.
That's not too long from now, is it?
You gotta wait till she's like 4 or 6 months.
So that's not too long in the grand scheme of things. Yeah.
So our debt-free journey slowed down slightly.
Nah, I don't think it'll be that much.
Slightly, because this sink in my lap, who is very happy and very spoiled. So spoiled. What else we got in chat? Anything else? Well, y'all, I hope y'all are having a great week. Hopefully get that video edited.
I hope everyone in America Land is off tomorrow and enjoying themselves.
Yes.
Except
enjoy your Memorial Day for me. I made potato salad and deviled eggs for work, because we're going to have our own little meal. You know I love free food, y'all. I think someone's supposed to be bringing brisket or something, and I'm like...
Does it have sugar in it?
Probably.
The brisket?
Probably.
You won't eat it otherwise. You need barbecue sauce with copious amounts of sugar in it.
Yeah, I do.
God bless.
Hey, my A1C was like 5.5 the other day, which is pre-diabetic, so I'm doing better.
Your A what now? Where?
A1C.
Sounds like a muscle group or something.
It's how whenever I got diagnosed as diabetic, it was right at like a 6.5. So it's come down like a whole.
I'll take your word on it.
It's good. It means I'm good. I take my medicine like I'm supposed to. I just don't eat like I'm supposed to.
So you can have your grits and sugar.
So I have my grits and my sugar. I have my barbecue sugar beans and my macarons.
It is macarons.
Yeah.
It just sounds... My brain's like, that's not right, and I don't know why.
It's because macaroons is also the name of something else. That's the
other form of cookie.
If you take egg whites and you just cook the egg white without adding anything, with sugar, that's a macaroon. Oh, we got another chat message.
You do?
Yeah, I saw it on the screen.
Rosin said they joined a local CrossFit gym 6 months ago. Quit smoking after four years ago.
That's awesome.
After 40 years of smoking. That's hard to do. And feeling so much better now. I bet you are.
Good.
On a mission to eat more and better. Back when I was 18, 19.
19.
I used to smoke as well. So
He's
did my
a
dad.
bad boy.
So did my dad.
That's why I wanted to date him.
And it was only maybe max 2 years. Maybe not even 2 years.
Really?
Yeah. And I quit because of this jerk right here.
I wasn't going to kiss him. Someone told me it'd be like licking the bottom of a cigarette tray.
No, not quite.
Ashtray.
But,
and I was like, don't want that to be my
But what I'm
love.
trying to get at is,
I'm kind of scared.
even to this day, almost 20 years later of that time in my life, I could still pick up a cigarette and start again.
My parents.
So I can only imagine doing it for 40 years.
Yeah.
How hard that was.
That's
parents. Awesome. We applaud you.
For a long time, and then they quit. So
yeah, her parents were kind of the same boat. Yeah.
Especially the eating well, because I've never smoked, but I can't even give up sugar, which I desperately need to do. So I couldn't imagine trying to quit that. So I applaud you. And then eating well on top of that. We ate well for a whole year.
A little over a year, yeah.
We did keto for forever and got really skinny, and then we gained it all back.
Yeah, she followed up with, you don't want to have your leg amputated later on in life due to diabetes.
So a funny joke I have going on is like, there's cake. Is that worth a pinky toe? And then I'm like, yes. Yes, it is.
Just look at your toes and think cake.
Yeah, like one piece of cake equals a toe. Who needs toes?
I don't know if that ratio is pretty good there.
Probably not.
Sarah said she quit 30 years ago.
Awesome, Sarah.
Let me rephrase that. I quit when I found out I was pregnant with my first baby over 30 years ago.
That's awesome.
Time flies. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, good job, y'all. But yeah, I was maybe a year and a half into it, and it was hard for me. I could start again today.
Dating him was hard because you and all your friends would smoke.
Yeah, we all did.
And I would be stuck in a camper trailer with them, and they would not open a window or a door.
You might be a redneck.
Yes.
You hanging on a camper.
My eyes would be red. I never smoked a thing. It would just smell so bad.
It was pretty gross looking back on it. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
You'd
open the door and it would just fall out. Yeah.
You were lucky that you were cute. That's why I stuck around. That you are cute. Well,
no, you can say were.
You were cute. Now you're handsome. You almost bad as drink.
Now I know you're full of I know you're full of it.
This is a PG rated chick.
I know. I had to stop and refrain myself. Hardest time drinking a beer. Oh my gosh, Sarah, yes. Yes. You had one in each hand. I know exactly what you mean. Nicole works out twice a week. It's made a huge difference this past winter. I want to do that so bad, but with my work schedule, I'm just exhausted by the end of the day, and I wake up at 4. I'm not waking up any sooner. I'm just not to go do something. Yeah.
I'm just lazy.
Yeah.
Need to do it. Getting the actually want to do is the hard part. We have a walking pad in our room.
I used it last week.
And for a while, like a whole month, I was on it.
Mm-hmm.
30, 40 minutes a day.
She was getting it.
And then I think it got sick or something. And then just haven't gotten back on it since.
Yeah. It happens.
Need to.
Rad says good night.
Night, Rad. Thanks for staying up with us.
Being here.
Appreciate you.
Sarah's probably on her 3rd cup of coffee by now.
I hope so, Sarah. I hope you're having enough coffee for all of us.
Yeah, I may get some. I had some last night. I may get some again.
I thought about getting some earlier. I was like, I'm tired. And with the puppy, she's waking up early at like 6 a.m. and whining to go out. Yeah,
to let out. Yeah, she's great. She hasn't sold her kennel, but she's sold several spots of the floor so far.
Just having to take her out like every hour.
Yeah.
She's learning.
Anyway, what else we got, Mama?
I think we've talked about everything.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about everything.
I thought it said taking out shrimps. It's taking out stumps.
Taking out the stumps, yes.
Taking out shrimps.
My chicken scratch. But I do love this channel, and I love hanging out with y'all.
Yeah, this is great. Yeah.
This is a lot of fun. I really enjoy doing it. And thank y'all for tuning in and being here. It does mean a lot to me. I really enjoy the chats, especially. And I know Casey does as well. Mm-hmm. And then my pedal besties, Sarah Ford and Frankie. Don't know if you're here, Frankie, yet, but we had our pedal bestie live last Friday. And that was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. So I really enjoyed it.
We got to learn your story of how to brown beef. How to brown ground meat. I'll put it that way.
We will not talk about that.
No. That's for the besties.
We have a comment.
Why did I remove the stumps? Because they're an eyesore.
So.
And it's where the future front garden, flower garden is going to be.
So I think if you look in the front yard transformation video, it's the title of it, you'll see the stumps where I planted my crabapple trees and stuff. You'll see random stumps throughout the yard.
When we moved into the property, the person that dozed it only did so much. Mm-hmm. And to be honest, he did a lot more than he probably had to do.
Yeah.
He cleared a big chunk for us.
He did an amazing job. I will give that to him, yes.
But there was a small sliver between the house and a a front power line that he didn't get to
If
because he
you
didn't have
watch
to because
our
he cleared it enough.
Winter Wonderland video, like way back in the beginning of the channel, you'll see all the trees.
And I wanted them down because I didn't want them in the front of the house. And I don't have a stump grinder. I don't really have anything I want to pull it with
And
besides my truck.
the power line
But I see so many videos of people pulling things with their truck. It breaks free, whatever it is, flies towards the back of the truck, bust out the back window or the tailgate. And I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So I was told years ago, leave them 3 or 4 feet tall. Don't cut them down in the ground. And then 3, 4, 5 years down the road, you can kick them over. And that's kind of what I've been doing.
And we had stumps, not just in the front yard, but in the very back of the flower farm area.
I did that very first.
That used to be, you couldn't see back out where the fall bulbs go, my daffodils and stuff. Then it used to have a tree line in front of it in case he got out there and chopped them all down so we could have that.
So they've all been gone because this is 7 years.
Year 7 will be this year.
They've been long gone, those stumps.
So it's been a long process of getting rid of those stumps.
Just time. And cutting them, letting them rot, essentially.
And now that we're really focused on transforming the front yard, hello, landscape, finally coming in.
There's only 3 left out there that are pretty rock solid still. They're like, no, we're not budging yet, buddy.
We had someone come through a couple of weeks ago, and they're like, this looks like Stonehenge out here because of the stumps.
That was my aunt that texted me.
I wasn't going to say who it was in case you watched the video.
That's fine.
But, so trying to get rid of them. They're an eyesore. They are great to spray the deer deterrent on.
Is it?
Yeah, because I'll soak them with the deer deterrent, and then it works for a while until we have a really heavy rain, which I need to spray again because deer. They're eating my hydrangea too, y'all. Horrible.
Roebuck, I think you're a little late, but
hey, Roebuck.
We were trying to round off the hour and we just started rambling.
Yes. Welcome to the live, even though you're a little late.
Yeah. Thank you for joining. Yeah, it's awesome.
Be sure to catch the replay so you can watch the beginning.
How many daffodils did you plant in Daffodil Field?
There's I've planted at least 4,000 to 5,000 out there.
Really?
One year I did 3,000, and then the year before I think I did 1,000 or 2,000 out there. But not all of them have come back up. I've learned that some of the fancier daffodils don't come back.
This isn't Holland.
Because we're not as cold. Yeah, some of them need more cold than what I can give them. I would like to plant some hyacinth. I think that's how you say it, hyacinths. More of those out there to give it more color. So it's not just white and yellow. I want some pinks and purples. I'd like to turn it into just
That'd
a
be cool. I like that as well, yeah.
Yeah. It is so pretty, y'all. During March
something
when it
beyond the soft yellow would be kind of cool, actually. Yeah.
It is. It's beautiful when it does it. Y'all see the videos. It's gorgeous. I would like to plant more back there.
Roebuck's doing the Lord's work. Like and subscribe.
Thank you. Like and subscribe the video. You are awesome.
They also asked, sorry, but how are your roses?
Which roses? I hope you're not talking about the David Austin roses.
I mean, the only ones you've done a video on.
They're alive.
They are.
They are alive.
You got to do a post just for them and put it on the community post. So, here's my roses, and show all the grass around them.
Yeah, they're covered up by grass, and then the deer have really devastated them.
Really?
They have eaten them back a lot. I didn't know that deer would eat roses.
One of the 4 has done pretty good where it is, but the other 3, now that it warmed up, have really flourished again.
By pretty good, he means they've gotten about as tall as they were when I planted them originally.
No, the first one's...
So
the 1 out of the 4 is doing really good.
What I really need to do, and what we agreed on, is in the fall, I'm going to dig them up, and I'm going to move them. I need to move them closer to the house, somewhere.
Make it easier for me to mow, because I can't mow between them because she put them all together.
Because it's just, they're too close to the back wood area. I mean, even though the deer eat my forsythia, I feel like if I've got an area with the roses where they've got a chance, they may do better. So I need to dig them up. They're still living. They're just like, help me.
They kind of came back to life.
A little bit, yeah.
when it got warm. They did.
But if I dig them up now, I may lose them because it's just too hot. I really need to wait for them to be dormant and then dig them up and move them during the fall or winter. Is what I really need to do.
What's Sprax? Sprax.
I don't know. That? I don't know what Sprax is.
Plant some Sprax. They are very colorful and come back year after year.
We'll have to Google that. I don't know what Sprax is.
Maybe an Australian thing.
Probably. What's Sprax? An American.
Sprax. Roebuck says we're awesome together. Thank you.
Oh, thank
You're awesome
you.
though.
I really like having Casey on here with me. It makes it flow better.
She says that. I'll admit, when you're by yourself just talking to a camera, it can be kind of tough. And then if chat starts to take a dive, which has been great. This
time's been wonderful, yeah.
If chat takes a dive, you kind of panic. And you're like, oh. And there were times in the beginning where I had to tell her, slow down. Like I could hear her.
I get nervous.
Down. Which is understandable. It is. It's just going to happen.
Get nervous.
So it does help to have a second person.
Yes, it does.
So I think we need to round it off. We are at 1:10.
Wow. Y'all have been fantastic, by the way. Today. It's been so much fun chatting with y'all today. And with you.
Any closing thoughts or anybody else have closing thoughts? Chat. We can give them a minute to catch up. Before
we have these lives, I try not to talk to them for like a good 3 hours. So we have something to talk about.
We haven't really talked that much today at all, really. Yeah.
It's like, don't talk to me, Casey.
Since this morning, we haven't really talked much. Yeah.
He was like, what are we going to talk about in the video? I'm like, I don't really want to tell you because I need to save it for the video. I see some comments. You need to read them because I can't see from here.
Yeah. I mean, I could put the phone between us.
That would be helpful, yes.
There you go.
Let me read mine.
There's some good content where you just read on the phone.
Grape hyacinth. Yes. I want some more of those too. Those are really great. Sprax year after year. Oh, awesome together. Like Ian and Serena used to be in lives. Oh, thank you.
Used to be?
And Roebuck Mountain Farm says we're hilarious.
That sounds like some Under the Dirt with Jesse episode right there.
Yeah, I can never say anything bad about Ian and Serena because they've done a video with me before. And they're just some of the nicest people you'll ever meet.
I'm picking.
I love Ian and Serena, even though I haven't watched them in forever. I need to catch up on the Flower Farm people. Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all are awesome. Like Roebuck Mountain Farm said, like and subscribe if you haven't. And
if you want to. You don't have to.
You have to, or you can't come back to another live.
Now, see, you'll draw.
You have to like.
Away if you do that.
You have to like.
No. Only if you want to.
We will stay.
You don't tell people what to do.
I will stare at you till you like the video.
You don't tell people what to do, Jesse.
Have you liked the video?
They're grown-ups.
I know the people in the chat will like the video because they're awesome and they're here doing this.
You're up to 9 likes. That's awesome.
That is awesome. I think we're at 10 viewers and you're one of them, so that counts. Anyway, thank you all so much, and we will see y'all. Not this upcoming Sunday, but the next.
So every other Sunday.
Every other Sunday, we'll do a public live. And then Sarah and Frankie are pedal besties. If you're not a pedal bestie and you want to join, we'd love to have you.
If you want to.
We have a pedal bestie live once a month. So I need to schedule that. So we'll be having that soon, Sarah. And we do that at 7 p.m. on Fridays when we do it so that Sarah in Australia can join us and not have to down like 6 cups of coffee.
It's the Sarah hour.
Yeah, the Sarah hour. And then Frankie's in North
Carolina. Yeah.
So it's easier for her as well. She's off work by that point, I'm sure. So thank y'all.
Now, 8 o'clock for them, yeah.
It's time to get the giant finger up here.
I like it. The emojis. Oh, finger time.
Yes, there we go. X. I'm like looking for the X. Bye, y'all.